Am I the only mom that, I can't be the only mom, that gets actual rage over your kids eating the groceries that you bought for them to eat? Like, I buy groceries and then they eat the freaking groceries and I'm like, why? Why are you guys so hungry all the time?
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
So I'm in the field today working, and I'm like, man, I get a little sweet tooth. Let me go and stop by this store and get me a little snack. So I walk up in the store, grab me an energy drink. I look to the left. I see the honey buns. Nigga ain't had a honey bun in forever. So I snatched two. Because the last time I checked, they two for $1. That's the last time I had a honey bun. They were two for $1. So I go to ring out. She say, 10 and some change. I said, damn, that's kind of high. Like, how high is this energy drink? She said, I can't make this shit up. $3.09 for one honey bun. $3.09 for one. I got two. Plus the $3 and some change energy drink made it $10 at the gas station. When the fuck did the Little Debbie honey buns become $3.09? Like, I missed that memo. When I was a youngin', they were 25 cents. Then they went to 50 cents. That's the last time I had it. It was 50 cents, two for $1. When the fuck did they go to $3.09? Yeah, I'm inside, bro. I can't afford life no more. Like, when honey buns become $3, I can't afford life no more.
Imagine hundreds of these being thrown away at the end of an event. That's what I see working in high-profile events all the time. In just the few months I've worked events, I have seen extremely wealthy people use food as decoration. I'm talking 2 to 3 foot tall food towers of asparagus, mushrooms, turnips, and there's 10, 11 of them, and they're just for weddings, birthday parties, engagement parties. This was table decoration. There was at least probably 100 of these. And I talk to staff. Every event I work, I do my best to get informed. I talk to the catering staff. I talk to the other service people that are there. And I get one of two things, which is either one, most of it is just thrown away at the end of the night. And the second thing I get is sometimes, and I mean sometimes as in rarely, the family will take it or they'll let staff take it home with them. Now, if you work in catering and if you work in food and events, you probably know that taking home food or flowers, because another big thing is the flowers that get wasted as well, it can be difficult because there are sometimes managers or your supervisors that give you shit for taking food home. They would rather throw the food away. Perfectly good food. It's still being picked at by the guests at the very end of the night, meaning that it's edible, it's legal to sell it, you're not going to get in trouble, but you can't give it to the staff to take home. The guests can take it home if they ask for it, which they, again, rarely do. But staff get in trouble a lot of the time or have to sneak to take perfectly good food home. Now, I know that there are regs in place, or there used to be, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because this is an ongoing topic that I'm trying to get more involved in and learn more research, and that's why I'm posting it here. Because I think that the core issue is that people should not be allowed to buy food as decoration to be thrown away. What you could do instead, because food is beautiful, but it's necessary to survive. It's there to feed you and sustain you. It's not there to be used as a one-time decoration to be pitched. And this is food in mass quantities. I'm not talking about one little table display of oranges. There were dozens of these, and the table displays had at least 6 oranges, and that's just one of the events that I've worked. But the core issue is, why are we buying food to use as decoration? I'm sorry, I just don't understand. What you could do instead is you could hire trained, skilled artists, craftspeople to create lifelike replicas, very hyper-realistic replicas of food, and it could be used at multiple events. Now, I'm sure that probably exists somewhere, but it's very, very rarely seen. at least from the dozens of events, these very high profile events. And again, when I talk to people at these events that have been doing this a lot longer than me, I always get the same thing. It's like, it's just for show. It's to showcase that they're able to afford to waste food. To waste food. And if this doesn't make you angry, it needs to. Take it personally. Like, I need you to imagine someone going into a grocery store, filling up 15 bags of perfectly good food, and then throwing it away. And this is happening every day on a mass scale. And they're allowed to just buy this much food to waste or to use as... Now, I know that another thing is that in regards to giving the food away to like the needy or shelters or whatever, it's there's a lot of, and again, please correct me or whatever information in the comments or whatever, but about like contamination, and you used to be able to do that more, but now it's harder to. But just from what I'm seeing and like being present and talking to everyone like at these events, it's on the responsibility, the burden should be on the hosts and also the food staff, or not the food staff, but like the owners of the catering companies where they get that food, to be more critical and say, hey, like, you have this many guests and this much food is overkill. We're not going to give you that much food. But I don't think any kind of regulations like that exist. Basically, it's if you have the money, you can buy as much as you want, even though 80% of it will be thrown away or used as decoration. I just need you to imagine someone coming into your home with the little food that you have. They decorate it, make it real beautiful, and then they throw it away. People are fucking starving. There's no food shortages. Food is being wasted on a grandiose scale that I never even realized. I knew about it, but again, to see it in person, it's fucking heartbreaking. And I talk to so many people when I work these events, and I'm just one person, but I try to do what I can. Yesterday I talked to at least 20 people, and from what I saw before I left, at least 15 oranges got taken home. And some of you might be saying, that's just 15 oranges, who cares? First of all, you should fucking care. That's 15 oranges that's got to go home to a place and sustain and nourish someone's bodies, a family, an individual. That is so important. And I'm just one person. And imagine if more people, and that's why I talk to people and I let them know so that they can then advocate if they feel so called to. But, so that point being said, no action is too small, and every action, no matter how small, matters. Don't let anyone tell you different. But two, so many people are numb to it, and they just have to accept it when you work in the industry to see it, to like survive dealing with the fucking emotional trauma of seeing so much waste. But it's crushing because most people either they're just too numb to care, or worse, they just genuinely don't care. But I can't let myself go numb because I'm very passionate about food waste, not wasting food. So this video was long, and thank you for tuning in. But basically, I want to figure out how to implement policy or regs or something since people just aren't fucking ethical enough to be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't waste this much food. There to at least be policies in place that cap how much food you can fucking bring to an event. Or maybe saying, hey, we shouldn't waste food as decoration. This is pounds, hundreds of pounds of food. All the time. Any information is helpful. Any information is necessary. Send me a message. Comment below. I just, it makes me sick to my stomach, and it should fucking make you sick to your stomach too.
So in the past, I've worked at 3 restaurants, and the amount of food that we wasted at those restaurants, it is actually insane. New food, untouched, wasted, threw it in the trash. They never allowed us to take food home, ever. So all of that food just went in the trash, wasted. Like, it's crazy, honestly.
So I went to my doctor's appointment the other day, and I found out that I lost 22 pounds between my last 2 visits. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's because of all that food insecurity I've been dealing with.
On top of everything going on, heartache and all, I can't even afford to buy the stuff to make a simple dinner. I just went to Instacart. Of course, you know, I'm on a fixed income because I'm blind. I'm a single mom of 3, taking care of my kids. And I wanted to make taco bowls. Came out to $52 at Walmart, okay? Ground beef, cheese, rice, beans, onions, lettuce, everything to make a taco bowl. I go hoping to have enough to check out, and then, yeah, no, not enough funds in your bank account. And it's just so frustrating. I want a job. And now with this current administration, it's going to be even harder for me to get a job, as if it wasn't already. But anyway, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I just wanted to make my kids some taco bowls tonight. That's all. Anyways, I know I will overcome. I'm just a little sad today. Heart hurts. It's heavy. My chest is heavy. Thank you for listening. I know everything will be okay. I will figure it out. But thank you for listening. Ciao.
Do you guys buy things that you can't afford, that's not in your budget, after you realize you can't afford it because you're embarrassed? Because I just got these 2 soursop fruits, which I'm excited to try because I've been looking for these and they haven't had it in my area. I've called multiple stores and everything, and you know, I've seen videos and read some things online about its benefits, so I've been really wanting to try it. However, I get to the place and they finally have some in stock. Now, it did say it was $9.99 a pound, right? But I had never seen these fruits in real life. I had never held them, so I didn't know exactly how heavy they were. And it's a very small store, so I couldn't weigh them myself to see how much it would be before checking out. They did it behind the counter because it's literally like 4 people can fit in there besides the people that work in there. And the person that works there weighed these. I paid $27 for these 2. $27. And honestly, I could not afford to spend $27 on 2 fruits. But I just spent 50 minutes on public transportation to get there. And I was embarrassed to be like, oh, sorry, I can't afford that, and leave without buying them. So I bought them because I didn't want to be embarrassed. Also because I took the trip down there and I wanted to try them. Yes. But a big thing was like, I didn't want to be embarrassed in front of the 2-3 other people that were there and be like, never mind. And it'd be obvious it's because I can't afford them. So like, I'm kind of upset with myself. I've been thinking about this the whole ride home. I mean, it's $27. It's not the end of the world. The money will come back. But it's just so frustrating to spend money on something because I don't want to be embarrassed that I can't afford it. You know, I'm really trying to like eat healthy, try different fruits and vegetables because, you know, they all have different benefits. And I've been someone who would eat the same fruits and the same vegetables, and there's only a couple of them, you know? So I'm trying to get healthy, but I still need to live within my means. And it's like, spending $27 on these 2 is not living within my means. So it's not just material things. It's also when it comes to food and stuff like that, as far as living within your means. But I'm just like, I'm really, really frustrated because like we should not be embarrassed if we can't afford something. Besides the billionaires and the millionaires and the people who have a ridiculous amount of money, there's always something that we want that we can't afford. Doesn't matter what scale it is. And it's just like, I don't know, I try and be fiscally responsible. And I know sometimes here and there you're going to buy things that you shouldn't get. I get that. But still buying something that you shouldn't because you're embarrassed that you can't afford it and you don't want the people around you to know, no matter how big or small it might be to other people, is very, very frustrating. So, yeah. Do you guys also do that? I don't know, I'm just very frustrated because if I can't afford it, I just need to not buy it. But yeah, so is anyone else like this? And if you are, how do you get over not being embarrassed? I did have someone tell me before that people can't make you feel embarrassed. It's only if you feel embarrassed. So I guess my question is, people who don't get embarrassed about things, like how, you know? Yeah, just let me know in the comments. Help your girl out.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
It's something about budgeting creators who bring home after taxes like $8,000 to $10,000 a month that are trying to tell people how to save money and be financial. I don't know, it gives me the ick. Like, baby, you are not at the poverty line. You are not even squatting over the poverty line, baby. You ain't hovering the poverty line. And it's just like the same thing I feel about Dave Ramsey and his whole you can budget your way out of brokenness. No, you can't. I seen somebody on here who shares my sentiment about you can't budget your way out of poverty. You can't save when you always in a deficit. There's no extra to save. And I don't know, it's something about like all the budgeting creators I see, they're like, let's budget my paycheck, and then they bring home like $8,000. or $6,000 after taxes. And I know people say $6,000 a month is like what, $72,000, but that's after taxes and insurance and everything. So you got to put that into account. And it's like, you still, even if you're making $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, you're not at the poverty line. You can live comfortably on that if you live within your means and everything. But I don't know. I've seen one person have a realistic budget. She was like making like $250 a week, and she was budgeting that. And I was like, yes, you go, girl. But it's something about these people who make a lot of money trying to teach about budgeting and financial responsibility, knowing they aren't dealing with these struggles. Maybe I'm just a hater. Nah, what the hell I got to hate for? Ain't no hateration or holleration in this lensory.
Let's talk about something for a second. Party pizzas, Totino's Party's pizzas, in my adult life were 3 for $1. They are now $1.50. We done. It's over.
I just want to say that it's fucking wild that as a 2-income household, my husband and I have come to the realization we can't afford groceries right now. Like, just straight up can't afford groceries. Because if we buy groceries, then we either won't be able to pay our rent or our electric bill. Because both of those come out of this pay cycle and they will take the entire pay cycle. That's fucking bonkers. That's so fucking wild. We have 2 incomes and we cannot afford to eat. And we don't even have kids. Like, it's literally just the 2 of us. And we can't afford to eat with 2 incomes. That is just... But I mean, I guess... that means we won't have to wash dishes because our dishwasher is still broken, as it has been for 2 months at the place that we pay so much in rent. Wild.
What is going on with the restaurants? Prices have gotten a little out of control. Now, I know supplies aren't cheap, food's not cheap. Okay, I get that. I know you have to raise your prices a little bit. Well, I am well aware when I take my entire family out to eat. Okay, we have 3 kids, so our total is probably going to be $60, $70. Okay, we're ready for that. Well, my husband and I went to a local restaurant today, and we got our check, and it was $41. $41. He got a sweet tea. I got a Dr. Pepper. He got a fish sandwich with fries, and he had it on a salad. I had their sandwich of the week, which was a chicken Alfredo wrap. It was, like grilled chicken with some Alfredo with noodles and just put in a tortilla. Not good at all. And I got fries with it too. $41 for that. My sandwich and my little fries was $15.99. That at all. Okay, this is lunch. We had lunch portions. I'll just spit. And $15.99 for my meal. And I think my husband's was $12.99. So my wrap was the sandwich of the week, but they didn't have a price next to it. So I'm thinking, okay, just a sandwich, $15.99 for my little wraps that were not good at all. And it was just like one wrap. They just cut it in half, and then like a handful of fries. Not worth $41 at all. And then our waitress said she was the only waitress for the entire restaurant, including the bar. And then they had like 2 guys in the kitchen, maybe. Terrible experience. And it was a restaurant in my little hometown. Well, where I live now. And I mean, we were there for probably at least an hour. Just for 2 sandwiches and some fries. Absolutely terrible. My food was not good. And I'm not one to speak up because the waitress was a grouch anyway. So I wasn't going to say this is not good. And also this price is absolutely ridiculous. But 2 people should not be spending $41 to go sit down and eat lunch. We didn't have steak dinners. This was lunch.
No amount of budgeting and not eating out is going to make up for the fact that we don't make enough money.
Can we talk about having the body type that cannot afford to eat junk food and not work out? I have the body type where I can't afford not to work out. If I tried not working out for 2 weeks and more and eat junk food, just know my stomach is reappearing and I'm looking 6 months pregnant. And I just feel like that's crazy because there are really people walking on this earth. They can eat whatever they want. They don't move their bodies and they're fine. Body is fine. And then there's me.
driving to work like I am every day. I post a TikTok. About to have to go 10 hours without eating because I have no money and all my crowdfunding tweets are literally doing nothing. Like, they're not, no one's sending me any money. So we'll see if I pass out at work today or not, since I'm supposed to work 9 hours and I have an hour break and I have no money, like literally $0. I have some like pennies and dimes in my wallet and that's it. So I'm not gonna be able to eat. I don't even know if I'll be able to eat when I go back to the place that I'm staying at tonight. So we'll see. So we'll see if I get to eat. I'll update the girls if I get to eat like everybody else.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.